The following video is rated PG-13.
Live from WLXL in the heart of Centennial Park. From the first town in the first state, it's on me, Howlin Wolf, baby. But where a man is here. Tweet, chat, call in. Hell, send me a smoke signal if you got him. Join the pack. Give a Howlin Wolf a howl. Ooh, we get dangerous now. We're flipping the script. We're doing something different tonight. Normally, I'd rap about rockin'. I'd be rolling and trip hopping, I'd be spinning a disco or heavy metal, I'd be coloring your rhythm all blue. But tonight, I'm gonna tell you a bedtime story. It's the story of an icon who passed into legend yesterday. This story is of a true original, classy and classic. It's a story of a genius visionary, a cautionary revolutionary, a metropolitan as epic as any who wore a cape by the name of Johnny Dune. Johnny grew up right here in Hobbs Bay, back when before Black Lightning cleaned it up, back when it was called Suicide Slum. Johnny ran with a local gang. Despite that, he was a gentle, gifted soul. His voice could lift the heaviest heart, and his guitar sure could wail, baby. But the man called Uncle Sam wanted him. And the Sam man always got his man. In this case, a new standards man. That's what they called the uneducated from the boonies and the ghettos back when. And like that, poor Johnny was drafted into Vietnam to go kill other poor people. While out on recon, Johnny became pinned down by enemy fire. As bullets ripped into him, he shouted the most human thing a soldier boy can shout. Stop killing me. And unbelievably, they did. Like statues they stood, baby, and like statues they toppled, honey. And after Johnny was done firing back, he realized their blood ran as red as his own. Afterward, he learned a new word for what he was. Mutant. Now I ask you a question. Can you kiss the ground that won't kiss you back? You see, there were no welcome home banners, no marching bands. Not for Johnny Dune. The squares ignored him. The long hairs smirked at him. But not for long. Johnny had come home with a vengeance. Soon they were cheering, they were screaming, they were yelling, they were chanting, and they were hallelujah-ing. Johnny Dune had become a guitar god not known since Jimi Hendrix. And now we come to the controversial part. Ooh, the dangerous part. The part that can get me thrown off the air, but you know what? Oh, Howlin Wolf, you'll take it. Remember how I described Johnny as a cautionary revolutionary? Things took a turn when Johnny tried to parlay fame into politics. Johnny cared about the youth. He cared about their future. He would ask, would the young embrace each other today, only to climb over each other tomorrow? The city's top political boss told Johnny he only pulled strings to keep radicals like him from doing the same. radical. That's what they call you when you really care, you know. Johnny could have raised his voice. Johnny could have told that there boss what to do for him. But a boss supporting a radical? Well, that would raise too many eyebrows. But what if he would raise his voice in a crowd? You ever hear of the Prospect Park riot of 1971? If you have, you haven't heard the whole story. The city arranged a free circus for those kids who lacked the bread. They had two bona fide JLA folks there, Green Arrow and the Atom. Now you'd think they'd be over in Vietnam getting children clear of the napalm. Instead, they were right here putting on a show. Then Johnny took the stage. Oh, one word, baby. Rapture. And for an encore, he raised his voice. He said if the crowd was fed up, they should say yeah. And of course, they did. And then Johnny said they should cut out. And of course, they did. But Green Arrow and the Atom were in the way. Beaten black and blue, Atom called the JLA for help. By that point, the cops had surrounded Johnny's revolution. Soon, Batman and that pretty bird Black Canary dropped in like paratroopers. Some lady said Johnny then threw Green Lantern on them, but she probably confused him for Green Arrow. Anyway, all four leakers ended up hostages. And with each utterance, Johnny gained more followers. It was a protest taken on the road, baby, the likes of which not seen since Gandhi. Only Gandhi was no Pied Piper. And then it happened. All that anger. It exploded, honey. Dozens began to tear apart the street. By then, Johnny had become drunk on power. He ordered them to get back in line, but they ignored him. So Johnny ordered Green Arrow to wrangle them, but Green Arrow too ignored him. He fired a suction cup arrow over his mouth. What a trip! Then his followers started a riot, and then they began attacking someone's home. Realizing what he had done and what he had become, Johnny raised his voice one last time. As the home was being ripped apart, he shouted the most selfless thing a remorseful man could shout. Direct your anger at me. I am the one you must attack. And horrifically, they did. And like sacrificing a scapegoat of olden days, the mob purged itself of bloodlust. And then they looked upon the battered, broken body of Johnny Dune, and they ignored him. As he clung to life, Johnny realized you can't force people to be led into paradise. They have to find it on their own. Dig? Moved by his words, the JLA rushed Johnny to a hospital. They even advocated for Johnny to get probation. With his power gone, Johnny vowed to win votes the clean way. But one thing still aided him, though. He could wait a while longer for a better tomorrow. But would the kids? Johnny never got elected. The voters never forgave his misadventure. But he got a recording deal with Motown. In 1974, The Private War of Johnny Dune was released. It was what you call a concept album. It was all about Johnny's experience in Vietnam. And people ignored it. The ride was history. Johnny Dune was obscurity. He rose, he fell. He rose again. Time went by. People told their side of the story. But a playwright, inspired expanded the album into a Broadway musical. The art world made him an icon. And by the end of the 80s, Johnny was again lifting heavy hearts and wailing his guitar. In his twilight years, he sat down to tell his side of the story. To look back and tell the next generation to wield power responsibly. Johnny Dune passed away yesterday. He was 72 years old. And he was my friend. Rest in peace, Johnny. Rest in peace, my man. Coming up on daybreak now. I'm gonna start your day with an inspiring song by Johnny Dune. It's a song about the common love and bonds of humanity through triumph and the tragedy. And it's a banger. From the private war of Johnny Dune, this here's Black Skin, Yellow Skin, Red Blood. I'm Howlin Wolf. And you are listening to WLXL. Dig it!